game. It's in the game. It's the Minnesota Vikings and the Baltimore Ravens. And it comes your way next on Madden NFL 25.
Welcome to the historic Inner Harbor of Baltimore, Maryland. Just a stone's throw away, you find M&T Bank Stadium, the home of the Ravens. So good to have you with us, Mike Tirico, Greg Olson up here in the booth. And Greg, this is one of those games that is a little old school. Maybe if it was in black and white, it would be fitting, right? We got a couple of teams who love to hand it off and see their running backs do it on the ground.
It's just so cool, and you mentioned it, Mike. Maybe 10, 15 years ago, this would have been the norm on any given weekend, but we're seeing the game trend to more of a passing-style offense. If you want to score points, it mostly comes through the air. So for these two kind of throwback offenses that rely so heavily on their running backs, for anybody that loves old-school power football, I think we're in for a treat.
The perennial Pro Bowler, Justin Tucker, has it on the tee. And off we go, here in Baltimore. And their drive will begin at the 30-yard line. Here's the Minnesota offense taking the field for the first time. They're led out by the number 3 overall pick back in the 2018 draft. Out of USC, it's Sam Darnold.
And this is the opportunity Sam Darnold's been working for. I mean, to resurrect his career after some struggles early on in New York. He's had a bit of a mixed bag, but there is no mistaking the physical talent, the arm strength, the ability to play quarterback at a high level. He has it all. There's a reason he was drafted where he was, Mike, and I think Minnesota has themselves a sleeper here at the quarterback position.
A very quick throw there, but not on the same page with his target. That's incomplete. The intended receiver was Justin Jefferson, and that will lead to a second down. Now here's Aaron Jones. And he'll gain about 6 there as it's up past the 35-yard line. Here's a 3rd down and 4. Working out of the gun, it's Darnold. That's over the middle and taken in. He's got it. And the defense can't come up with a stop there. Gain of 7 and a first down.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch.
And he'll be out of bounds inside the 30-yard line. A big play for Minnesota. 31 yards.
Well, they've come out swinging here on this opening drive through the air, and that's exactly what they wanted to do. Generate some early chunk plays and try to get some points.
They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. On the give, it's Jones. He won't gain a lot of traction there. Down only to the 24. Second down and 8. Again, it's Jones. He'll turn this into a gain of about 4. It's going to lead to 3rd down. In motion, it's Jefferson. 3rd and short yardage, and here's Darnold. He's got a receiver. It's Addison. He's going to have that first down, gain of 6, as they convert on third down.
Now they're entering the area of the field, especially with the amount of yards they've gained on this possession, Mike, where it feels like a touchdown is critical. For the defense, settling for a field goal here, especially with the ball where it is, feels like a win.
Not much happening there, just a short gain. Here's 2nd and 9. They run it once more with Jones. And good hard running will get him down close to a first down. Might be a yard short. Play 10 of this opening drive. And here's third down. From the shotgun, here's Darnold. And that is incomplete.
Just a couple plays ago, Mike, it felt like a touchdown was kind of inevitable. They were doing everything they wanted as they marched the length of the field. And then as they got down here close to the red zone and that field condenses, they started getting sloppy in their execution. Now, what do they do on fourth down? Do they try to keep their offense out there and extend the drive, or do they settle for 3?
And he's not going anywhere. Stuffed behind the line. They have turned it over on down.
Well, Mike, it's pretty clear early in this game the message they want to send is we are going to be aggressive on offense. And that's exactly what they did there, going for it on fourth down early. But it's the defense that comes through and forces the turnover on downs.
The Ravens offense taking the field for the first time, led by their quarterback, league MVP in 2019 and 2023, Lamar Jackson.
We had a couple of his games early in his career, and of course, all the way to his days back in college, his athleticism jumps off the screen. But Mike, these last couple years, his development as a true passer, his ability to operate from the pocket, that's what's really taken his game to this MVP level. And tell you what, we didn't think there was a lot more things that he could do on a football field, and it seems like every year he's proven otherwise.
That's downfield, and he's got Andrews, his tight end. Can't ask for much more. 22 yards on the first play of the drive.
These are the chunk plays they thought they could get here against this pass defense. They thought the passing game favored their offense in this matchup, and I think we can expect this to be the case the rest of the game.
It's the tight end likely in motion. Play action now. Jackson.
Initially, Mike, a really good job by the defense. Nowhere to go with the ball for this quarterback. He's forced to pull it down and turn into a runner. A little slow reaction, and he's able to actually pick up a pretty good gain.
2nd and a yard. First carry for one of the league's best workhorses, Derrick Henry. And some good running there. That's a first down up to the 43.
Second down at these distances, Mike, you pretty much anticipate a pass, and I think that's what the defense was lined up thinking. In this case, they leave a little too much room on the ground, and the offense is able to pick up a first down.
A first down throw for Jackson. That's caught. Derrick Henry. And he's taken down on what should be the final play of this first quarter. So that'll do it for a fast-moving first quarter of play. 0-0 is the score. We'll be back in Baltimore after this. An enviable spot to operate from. Here's 2nd and inches. In motion comes Andrews. 2nd down. Jackson. That's to the right side. He's got Andrews. And he'll be taken down after a gain of 3, but that is good enough for a first down.
Well, we'll give a little credit here defensively. Even though they allowed the first down, we've seen defenses really struggle bringing this big tight end to the ground, and they didn't allow him to pick up a bunch of yards after contact, but he was able to get just enough to pick up the first down.
Aguilar goes off in motion. On 1st and 10, Jackson. This one caught downfield by Flowers. A gain there of 27 yards.
It's like a textbook, methodical, efficient NFL drive. 4 for 4 throwing the ball, mixing in some run. You're just marching the ball downfield at your will, and they get a fresh set of downs now to see if they can convert this nice drive into some points.
So they move inside the 20, 1st and 10 at the 18. It's the tight end Likely in motion. They'll run it on 1st down with Henry. And he tries to get back to the line of scrimmage, but will not happen here. He's going to lose a yard.
Every team makes an emphasis on winning 1st down, but as a defense, when you're able to take them back for a loss, 2nd and long, you can really become more of a pass-centric defense and really tips the scales into your favor.
Bateman is the motion man. Jackson now on 2nd down. This one complete to Bateman. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up 3rd down.
The receiver thought he had a nice soft spot in that zone coverage, and he settles down to give a nice target to the quarterback. But the defense had eyes on him the entire time. Secure rally tackle prevents that from turning into a big play.
On 3rd down, Jackson. Now a screen set up for Henry. And the Ravens are going to be set up. 1st and goal. He's out of bounds at the 6-yard line. That'll be a 1st down. A gain of 10.
I love the way the ball's been moving around to different guys this drive, Mike. I mean, it really keeps the defense guessing and off balance. And now this defense is going to have to figure out how to keep this offense out of the end zone because it's 1st and goal.
1st and goal, and it's Henry. And nothing develops there. It'll stay right at the 5-yard line. No gain on that one.
The big guys in the middle of the defense, Mike, the defensive tackles. So often they're asked to do the dirty work. Keep the blockers off the linebackers. Let them run around and make all the plays. But in this case, this guy's able to shed his blocker, make the stop, and keep it to no gain.
Again, it'll be Henry. And nothing develops there. It'll stay right at the 5-yard line. No gain on that one.
Give credit to this defense, Mike. Their back's against the wall, and they're standing tall so far. Nothing on those first 2 runs. We'll see what the offense has in store now as they bring up 3rd down.
2 minutes remain in a scoreless first half. We'll come back to Baltimore after this. 3rd and goal. Bateman is the motion man. 3rd and goal for Jackson. Pressure gets there, and down he goes. On 4th down, here comes Justin Tucker for the Ravens. Officially, a 29-yard attempt. Tucker's kick is good. And the Ravens get 3 here late in the first half to take the lead.
It's always a little bit of a letdown, Mike. You find yourself deep in the red zone and you have to settle for a short field goal like that. In this case, he's able to put it through, and they get 3.
So after the field goal to open up the scoring, the kicker's back out for this kickoff. To return, it's Brandon Powell. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. The Vikings offense ready to possess the football for the second time. The offense is a little slow to start percolating. 3-0 the score as they begin this drive with a 1st and 10. Darnold. Here comes the screen to Jones. That was not what they were hoping for. He's going to go out of bounds behind the line. A loss on that one.
Well, the best screen plays, of course, you want the offensive lineman out in front of the running back. They act as his escort, his lead blockers. But what you can't afford is for the defenders to be in the backfield and get to the running back, because those offensive linemen, they can't help him at all.
Operating from the gun, it's Darnold. This one complete right side. Nice gain here. He's going to be marked down at the 35-yard line.
These curl routes, he's been running these routes since he was a young kid in Pop Warner football, and I like to call it pulling the string. You've got the defender thinking you're going downfield, and you stick that foot in the ground, work back to the quarterback, friendly to the ball, and really nice job picking up the first down.
And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
And now you can see they're really getting in rhythm in this 2-minute drive. Now, after that last completion, Mike, they cross midfield. Now the mindset goes to, all right, we got to come away with some points. They've got a quarterback who's in complete control, and they got to see if they can finish this thing off.
That one caught by the former Lion, T.J. Hawkinson. And they'll take this down inside the 35.
That last completion's going to go a long way towards at least finishing this 2-minute drive, Mike, with some points. You're already in field goal range, so now the idea is continue to work the clock down, take a couple shots at the end zone. You want to get points, ideally a touchdown, but either way, you have the ball last before the end of the second quarter.
They'll come up now for 2nd down and 4. Darnold to the air once more. Under pressure, and he'll go down. They got him. Odafe Owe bursting it and recording the sack.
Defense came out in a soft zone, and I think it caught the quarterback a little off guard. He was trying to attack them downfield. By the time he was able to get through his progression to his check down, he ran out of time, and that's all the pass rush needed to get to the backfield and bring him down.
And with just 4 seconds left in the first half, a timeout is called. So they send in Will Reichert for this field goal try. This one from 54 yards out. Reichert's kick is good. And the Vikings will tie this game up here late in the first half.
And that's a really nice boost here before the break. I mean, you work the clock well, you're able to steal some points. The biggest thing is you're able to build a little momentum now going into the locker room at halftime.
So the late field goal brings us level. Final few seconds before halftime as the kick's away. This one will be taken in the end zone. No run back forthcoming. And the ball coming out to the 30-yard line. Set to go now on 1st and 10. Now, Jackson. A deep shot for Aguilar. That's going to be incomplete. They took a shot on the final play. Prayer not answered. And that is how this first half will come to an end.
All right, Mike, thanks very much, and welcome in everyone to our EA Sports Halftime Report. Not too much to show you scoring-wise in that first half. Just a couple of field goals make up all the scoring. But I wouldn't be surprised if we're close to a breakthrough, and things should open up as we move along.
All right, Coach, second half, drawing near. Glad to have you back with us here on EA Sports. Still in search of our first touchdown of the game. We are tied at 3 as we begin quarter number 3. And this will work out quite well. He'll get it all the way out to the 30-yard line. The Ravens offense going to have the first crack at it as we begin this third quarter. They'll set out in search of a first touchdown in this game. Just a pair of field goals to show. It's 3-3 as they start 1st and 10. In motion comes Andrews. Jackson now to throw on first down. He's got his big target. That's Isaiah Likely. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one.
Just seems like every year, Mike, the tight end position just continues to grow within the passing game and establishes a bigger and bigger role. And listen, I know I'm biased, but if you want to have a good passing game, you better have a good tight end.
Here's Henry. And they'll have it across midfield down at the opposing 46-yard line.
This is a guy who's been doing it at a high level, Mike, for a long time. Not too many running backs finding success in the NFL past the age of 30. That's usually when they kind of ride off into the sunset. But as always, there's the exception to every rule.
On the option, they give it to Henry. Still fighting. What a run. Shedding tacklers. Picks up 9 on the play.
This just shows why you can't count on just one guy to take him down. He's a powerful enough runner. You gotta have guys coming in support when that first hit is made. It takes a team effort to stop him, especially once he gets going.
Here's Lamar. He'll keep it on the zone read. And he'll get the first down there, a pickup of about 5 yards.
Sometimes, Mike, the best plan is also the simplest plan. And for this team, just snap the ball to your quarterback, let him find some daylight, and go get that first down himself.
A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. They'll motion over Flowers. On the give, here's Henry. Running room hard to come by as he'll get ahead for a yard. That's Andrew Van Ginkel in on the tackle. Here's a 2nd and 9. They'll try to throw here with Jackson. A throw, left side, caught by Andrews. "21 is the line to gain as we hit 3rd down. From the gun, Jackson. Open man is Bateman. He's got him.
The initial reaction is, how does this quarterback not throw the ball past the 1st down line to gain to try to extend this drive? And the reality is, because they've already decided they're going to go for it on 4th down.
The field goal unit on the sideline. They'll line up to go for it on 4th down. They'll run for it with Henry. And he's going to have a Ravens first down by a good couple of yards as they get 3 on 4th and inches.
This play should always end up converting a fourth down, especially at this distance. But you can't tell me there weren't some nerves on that sideline as they sent that play in to snap it. But fortunately, nothing to worry about. The offense gets it done.
On first down, they'll stay on the ground with Henry. Second and 7. They'll motion over Flowers. Off the play fake, Jackson. This throw right is taken in by Flowers.
And this is the blueprint, Mike. The ability to sustain and maintain possession and methodically move the ball down the field in the process. The defense has had no answers up until this point, and now the next step is, can they come away with 6? Because anything less than that, after this long drive, would be a bit of a letdown.
A design run here with Jackson. They'll come up with nothing there. Fortunate just to get back to the line, and that'll set up second and goal.
You could see the quarterback, once he got the snap, he was looking for any seam, any daylight, but nothing materialized, and he's fortunate he got back to the line of scrimmage.
They'll run it with Henry. And he will power his way into the end zone. Derrick Henry, touchdown Baltimore.
It just feels like a big drive, doesn't it, Mike? Here in the second half, you got a tie ball game. Now you're able to get out in front. Let's see how this other team responds, having to play from behind.
We got a ton of time, Greg, but a little momentum feel. Come out of the locker room, take the lead. Now it's up to the other team to climb uphill. So great way, perfect way to get this second half started. Now Justin Tucker for the point after. He's got it. And the Ravens take a 10-3 lead. Is Tucker, and he'll kick this one away after the touchdown was scored. Ty Chandler now to bring it back. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. The Vikings offense getting ready for their opening possession of this second half. Just the lone field goal for them so far, down 10-3 in this one. And they'll start first and 10. The drive begins with a carry by Jones. He'll work forward for a couple. Kyle Hamilton, the former Notre Dame star, able to make the play. They'll come up on a second down and 8. To throw is Darnold. That's caught by Jefferson on the right side. And he's going to be brought down here on what will turn out to be the final play of the third quarter. Here's first and 10. To the right side. This is Jones. Trying to find some place to go, but nothing developing. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 1.
How often do we see linebackers be so fast trying to track down the ball carrier that they end up actually overrunning the play and allowing the running back to cut back? But not this guy. Does a great job staying in phase, stretching this ball out sideways, and he brings him down for a loss.
And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
From the 39, here's a 1st and 10. They'll put Addison in motion. They fake the jet sweep and will hand it up the middle. And he'll manage to get this ahead for a pickup of 5. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. Play fake to Jones. Now Darnold. He's going to let one fly for Addison.
Can't exactly put my finger on it, but it just seems like this entire game, like this passing game and this quarterback specifically, they've just been off. And whether it's missing these big shots downfield like he did there or just simple underneath layups, there's just something about him today that doesn't look right. And I think it's a big part of the reason they find themselves trailing here in the 4th quarter.
And they're going to track him down. He couldn't find a receiver, and down he goes.
That's a prototypical coverage sack. All 11 guys on the field doing their job. Starts with sound back-end coverage. Nowhere to go quick with the ball. The quarterback has no chance but to extend the play. Look for something late developing downfield. That was all the time this front needed to chase him down and bring him down for a sack.
So on 4th down, out comes Ryan Wright to punt for Minnesota. They'll be forced to punt, trailing here in the 4th quarter. That's going to be out of bounds, no return. And the drive's going to start from just inside the 20-yard line. The Ravens offense headed back to take over once more. They lead by a touchdown as this drive begins with 1st and 10. They'll motion over Flowers. On play action, here's Jackson. That's downfield, and he's got Andrews, his tight end. That one good for 29.
A lot could go wrong anytime you decide to put the ball in the air here late in the 4th quarter as you're trying to run out the clock and protect this lead. But at the same time, I like that they haven't gone super conservative, just handoff right, handoff left, and it just turns into tackling practice. So I like the balance of making the defense defend everything, because right now, possess the ball, protect the ball, and ultimately just run the clock out.
It's the tight end Likely in motion. Jackson fires complete to Flowers. And he'll be taken down as the clock ticks towards 2 minutes to play. So 2 minutes left to play in the 2nd half. Greg and I back on EA Sports after this. 3rd and a yard. They'll try and run for this with Henry. He will have a Ravens first down. They're able to convert, albeit not by much, but they get it on 3rd and a yard. Going to go right back to Henry. And he finds a little bit of space. He'll take this forward for a gain of 4. Here's 2nd and 6. They'll go again here with Henry. And he's going to bring this one close to a first down. Looks like they'll mark him just a yard short. They'll look to pick this up 3rd and a yard. A give right up the middle to Henry. And he's going to be brought down right on that yellow line with the official signal. He's got enough for the first down.
Really just the same approach that an offense would take on a quarterback sneak, Mike. You don't necessarily have to spring them for a huge gain. Can you buy just enough space up front to pick up 1 yard? That's exactly what they did. Pick up the first down.
The defense still with all 3 timeouts at their disposal as the quarterback's down to a knee. It's a win here for the Ravens. Points were at a premium in this one, but they're able to eke out the victory in this low-scoring affair. So that'll just about do it for Greg Olson and our entire team. I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. The Ravens are victorious as we say so long from Baltimore.